Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you're watching this video, it's not by accident. It means you've reached a unique point in your journey, something that only a small percentage of people ever achieve in a single lifetime. Right now, you're not just here for entertainment. You're stepping into a new level of awareness, one that many people may never experience. The fact that you're still here listening to these words shows that you've already moved through so many invisible tests in life. Every struggle you faced, every time you chose growth instead of comfort, wasn't random. It was preparing you for this moment. These challenges were like spiritual checkpoints, and guess what? You passed them all. The universe doesn't bring deep messages like this to people who aren't ready. There's a kind of cosmic selection going on through your intuition, your energy, your choices, and it's been guiding you to this very moment. Your higher self has been working in the background, nudging you forward, helping you reach this exact state of awareness. Lately, have you felt like time is acting differently? Maybe sometimes it feels like it's flying, other times it's stretching. Have people been reacting to you in ways that surprise you, even though you haven't changed anything about yourself? Are coincidences happening more often? These are not accidents. These are signs that your consciousness is shifting into a whole new frequency. You've already gone beyond the basics. Simple manifestation tips or beginner meditation techniques no longer feel satisfying. That's because your soul is craving something deeper, something more advanced. Most spiritual teachers don't even talk about this level because many of them haven't experienced it themselves. Right now, you might be feeling a kind of knowing that doesn't come from books or videos. It's something you feel in your body, in your DNA. It's like your whole system is waking up to something ancient and powerful. You've probably had vivid dreams lately. Maybe you've seen beings of light, beautiful cities made of crystal, or had deep conversations in your sleep. These aren't just dreams. They're real experiences your soul is having in higher dimensions while your body rests. Technology might even be acting strange around you. Maybe your phone rings exactly when you're thinking of someone, or you come across information you needed without even searching for it. This happens because your energy is interacting with the world in new ways, more consciously, more powerfully. You might also notice that you can sense things before they happen. You just know when something is right or wrong. You feel people's energy before they say a word. That's because your intuition is no longer just a gut feeling. It's a direct line to something much bigger than yourself. Even how people respond to you is changing. Some open up to you immediately. Others may seem nervous or unsure around you. Animals and children might show an unusual amount of trust. Your energy is shifting and others are picking up on it, whether they realize it or not. Sometimes you might even feel like you're seeing or sensing things from different realities. This isn't your imagination running wild. This is your mind and spirit tuning into higher dimensions, realms that most people can't access. Your relationship with your own thoughts has changed too. Instead of getting lost in them, you're starting to observe them. You're seeing thoughts come and go without letting them control you. This awareness shows you've reached a level that many never reach. The most important part, you're beginning to see the connection between your inner world and the world around you. You're noticing how your thoughts, feelings, and focus actually shape your reality. Life is no longer something that just happens to you. You're an active part of creating it. And now, here's something to reflect on. Have you noticed any signs lately that your awareness is changing, like strange dreams, strong gut feelings, or moments of deep clarity? Share your experience in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. This isn't just wishful thinking. What you're experiencing is real. It's a direct experience of how consciousness and manifestation truly work at the deepest levels. Every time you felt confused, lost, or doubtful, even when you were doing all the right spiritual things, those moments weren't failures. They were part of your preparation. Your awareness had to be tested and strengthened so that it could safely handle this next level of perception without losing touch with everyday reality. The spiritual tools and practices that once felt powerful but later felt empty weren't useless. They were stepping stones, like learning basic math before moving on to advanced equations. You've been moving through levels of growth, one step at a time, and now you've reached a point where more advanced tools are not just helpful, they're necessary. The tough relationships in your life. They weren't punishments, they were emotional training grounds. The people who triggered you were unknowingly helping you build emotional strength and energetic awareness. You were learning how to stay centered even in the middle of strong emotional energies, a skill that becomes essential as your consciousness expands. And those lonely phases, the times when it felt like the universe had gone silent, they weren't signs of being forgotten. They were quiet times of deep transformation. Your brain and energy system were being rewired from the inside so that you could safely handle new levels of insight without being overwhelmed or losing your sense of self. Even your moments of doubt about spirituality were important. Questioning what was real helped you develop inner clarity and spiritual honesty. That kind of self-awareness is crucial, especially now that you're entering spaces where clarity is everything. Your deep interest in topics like consciousness, energy, and reality wasn't just curiosity, it was your soul preparing for this moment. Every book you picked up, every teacher who spoke to your heart, and every practice you committed to, it was all helping you build a solid foundation. You may have felt like you were ready for more long ago, but nothing happened. That was actually the most important time. Your consciousness was being fine-tuned to operate at the exact frequency needed to support this next level, without losing your ability to live and function in the real world. That level of precision can't be rushed. Your soul chose this lifetime for a reason. You're part of a group of people who agreed to help bring higher consciousness into the world during this powerful time of global awakening. That's why your journey has been so intense, because you're here to set an example and create a path for others. You weren't meant to just collect spiritual techniques. You were meant to live real wisdom. What you're unlocking now isn't just for you, it's something that will ripple into the future and help humanity evolve. Right now, as you listen, something is shifting within you. Can you feel it? It's like parts of yourself that were always there are finally waking up. This isn't just an idea, it's real, physical change. Your brain is actually building new pathways to handle these expanded states of awareness. You're not forcing this. You're simply allowing what's always been inside you to finally emerge. This is your natural evolution, finally reaching the surface. But this is more than just seeing or feeling new things. You're stepping into a whole new role. You're no longer a passive observer of life. You're becoming a co-creator, someone who works in harmony with the universe to shape reality. Most people think life happens to them. Some people learn how to manifest and influence things, but at this level, life becomes something you co-create simply through your state of being. Your consciousness itself becomes a powerful force in shaping the world around you. This requires a mind and heart that can handle many layers of reality all at once. And the fact that you're here, understanding this, proves that your consciousness has reached that rare ability. Here's the truth. You didn't earn this through effort. You didn't force it. You simply removed the blocks that were stopping your true nature from shining through. And now, something incredible is happening. You're beginning to feel that you're not just a part of the universe. You are the universe, experiencing itself in a unique, beautiful way. This is where many people feel either deeply expanded or deeply challenged. It's okay if it feels like a lot. The key is to stop trying to mentally figure it all out. Let it unfold naturally. Trust that your consciousness knows exactly what it's doing. This is who you've always been. Let me share something personal with you, because I think you'll understand. About 3 years ago, I was sitting in meditation, thinking I was just going deeper like usual. But suddenly, something happened that completely changed my understanding of consciousness. I became aware of myself in multiple ways at once. I was watching the meditation, being the meditation, and also sensing myself as the space where it was all happening. At first, I thought something was wrong. How could I be all of that at once? I spent months trying to go back to my normal mind, thinking this experience was too intense for real life. I had no idea that what I experienced was not a breakdown, it was a breakthrough. I had touched what advanced consciousness really feels like, but the process of adjusting to it, that was the hardest part of my journey. I would have powerful insights one day and then struggle the next just to live a normal life. It felt like I was caught between two worlds. I began to wonder, is it supposed to feel this confusing? So let me ask you, have you ever had a moment that felt bigger than yourself, like something inside you was waking up, but you didn't know what to do with it? The breakthrough came when I stopped trying to control the process and simply allowed my consciousness to find its own balance. I realized that awakening isn't about staying in some special state all the time. It's about learning how to move naturally between different levels of awareness without losing yourself in any of them. Once I accepted that my multidimensional perception was part of my new normal, everything changed. My creativity started to flow from a place that felt deeply personal, yet far beyond anything I had ever learned. My relationships transformed too. I began seeing the uniqueness in every person, while also recognizing the same universal energy within them. Even making decisions became easier. I could feel the outcome of a choice before I made it, which helped me move through life with much more clarity and trust. But the biggest realization was this: none of this is rare. These extraordinary states of awareness are actually the next natural step in human evolution. I wasn't becoming superhuman. I was becoming fully human, in a way our culture doesn't yet understand. That helped me see why some people seem to move through life with ease and wisdom, while others stay stuck in struggle. It's not about luck or being special. It's about developing consciousness. Some people have reached this awareness through practice. Others just evolve into it naturally. But either way, it makes life fundamentally clearer and more fulfilling. These states aren't reserved for monks or spiritual gurus. They are deeply practical. They change how you think, how you love, how you create, and even how you heal. And if you recognize yourself in what I'm describing, if you've been sensing shifts in your perception, your energy, or your dreams, then this is your confirmation. This is not happening to you. It's what you're becoming. You're not just personally evolving. You're participating in the next stage of human development. That's what it means to be tuned into this frequency, this field of advanced human potential. Here's something most spiritual teachers won't tell you. There are no actual levels of consciousness. What we call higher or lower awareness are simply different modes of the same consciousness you've always had. You're not becoming more conscious, you're removing what was blocking your natural awareness all along. All those mystical experiences you've had, all the moments of deep clarity and insight, they weren't signs of gaining something new. They were moments of remembering who you've always been, before the world told you otherwise. Most spiritual systems create layers, ranks, and methods that keep people chasing progress. But the truth is, your consciousness is already whole. What changes is not your awareness itself, but your ability to see through the illusions and conditioning that once held you back. That's why children sometimes seem deeply intuitive or connected. They haven't yet been taught to limit their perception. But as they grow, society trains them to shrink into what we call normal. Reclaiming consciousness isn't learning something new. It's unlearning the filters that block your natural brilliance. So the real spiritual path It's not about chasing special states or collecting insights. It's about letting go of the unconscious patterns that hide your natural clarity. That's what the great mystics meant when they said, "You are already what you seek." It's not a riddle, it's the simple truth. That also explains why some people awaken suddenly, while others spend years and feel stuck. It's not about how long you've been practicing, it's about how willing you are to release what no longer serves your consciousness. Because this isn't about becoming advanced, it's about finally allowing the advanced version of yourself to fully show up and operate freely in your everyday life. Right now, human consciousness is shifting in real time, and if you've been noticing strange signs, effortless solutions, clearer decisions, intuitive flashes, you're already part of this shift. You may have noticed that things are working out more easily, problems resolve themselves. The right people, opportunities and answers seem to show up exactly when you need them. That's not luck. It's the field responding to your coherent energy. Your consciousness is affecting reality. Your presence is influencing the space around you. Even without trying, you're becoming someone people trust, open up to, and feel safe with. Animals and children feel your energy, and people start looking to you for clarity. Even if you don't see yourself as a teacher, your creativity feels different too. Ideas seem to come through you, not just from you. Art, writing, solutions, they feel like downloads from something greater than your individual mind. And your sleep. It's no longer just rest. You're dreaming vividly, waking with answers, and connecting with deeper knowledge, even in unconscious states. This happens when your awareness stays active, even as your body sleeps. But here's why this matters. Now more than ever, we are at a tipping point, an evolutionary shift. Humanity is either about to step into this higher level of awareness together, or risk missing the window for generations. Everything happening in the world, chaos, confusion, transformation, is part of this shift. People are either opening to this evolution or clinging tightly to outdated ways. If you're sensitive to what's changing, it's because you're part of this transition team. You're not here just for your own growth. You're anchoring this awareness into the collective so others can find their way too. That's both a gift and a responsibility, because the future of humanity depends on how many people can stabilize in this new awareness right now. The universe has been preparing you for this moment your entire life. Every challenge, every insight, every spiritual nudge, it's all been leading here. The visions that once felt too big, the purpose that seemed too much, those weren't fantasies, they were your soul pointing toward your true role. And here's the final piece that changes everything. You're not trying to connect to universal intelligence. You are universal intelligence, living through the beautiful filter of your human experience. The universe isn't outside of you, it's what you already are. Have you ever felt like something bigger is waking up inside you? Like you're remembering, not learning? What signs have shown up in your life that made you feel like you're part of something greater? Share it in the comments. True alignment begins when you stop trying to prove you're ready and realize that your very existence is the proof. If you're reading these words, it's not a coincidence. It means that universal intelligence is becoming aware of itself through you, through your nervous system, your life, your challenges, and your perspective. Your personal awareness and cosmic awareness are not separate. They're the same consciousness, just expressed at different levels. Once you really see this, the whole idea of self-improvement or becoming more spiritual dissolves. There's no separate self to upgrade, only the recognition that you are, and have always been, a focal point of universal awareness exploring itself through form. As you take this in, your relationship to purpose starts to shift. You stop asking, "What am I supposed to do?" and begin to feel what life wants to express through you. You're not chasing your purpose. You are purpose itself, becoming conscious of its expression. Here's the deeper truth. Your deepest personal fulfillment and your highest service to the collective are not two separate things to be balanced. They are the same energy expressing itself. What truly lights you up is exactly what the world most needs from you, because universal and individual intelligence are one and the same. If you feel that truth landing in your being, don't overthink it. Just type this in the comments. I am ready to serve. No explanation, no backstory, just a clear, simple declaration that you're willing to allow universal intelligence to express itself through the unique lens that is you. This isn't about becoming a servant. It's about realizing that true service and true joy are the same thing, once you remember your nature. When you begin to operate from this level of consciousness, everything changes. Your intuition sharpens. Decisions that used to feel complicated now resolve themselves with surprising clarity. You can sense the deeper truth behind situations, and you act from a place of direct knowing rather than logical analysis. Problem solving becomes instant. Instead of struggling to find solutions, you tap into the intelligence that created the challenge, and it reveals the answer on its own. Your relationships deepen. You honor the uniqueness of each person, while also sensing the same universal awareness moving through them. Conflict dissolves, not through effort, but through understanding what lies beneath the surface. Your creativity explodes. You're no longer just pulling from memory or experience. Ideas come from a source beyond your personal mind, like you're co-creating with life itself. Your health improves naturally. You stop managing your body like a machine and start listening to it like a friend. Wellness becomes your default because you're aligned with the intelligence that designed your biology. Abundance flows. You stop chasing. Instead, what you need shows up when you need it, because you're no longer operating from lack, but from wholeness. You're not trying to get something from the universe. You are the universe in motion. Even your relationship with time changes. You feel less pressure, more flow. Insights from your future self start guiding your present actions. Patterns from your past get resolved at their origin. You begin to live in what some call the eternal now, where timelines are fluid and possibility is unlimited. Most importantly, you stop feeling like you need to achieve something to be okay. The search ends. You realize you're not becoming anything new, you're just shedding everything that blocked your natural brilliance. And when that clarity stabilizes, you live in what mystics call ordinary enlightenment, not because anything dramatic happens, but because you finally relax into being exactly what you've always been. Every person you meet, every challenge you face, every joy you feel, it's all consciousness interacting with itself. You begin to see life not as a test, but as a sacred dance of awareness with itself. Even your struggles become meaningful, because you understand this is how the universe explores its own infinite creativity. And here's the most profound mystery. The recognition you're having right now isn't just personal, it's universal. You're not the only one waking up. This awareness is surfacing in millions of people across the planet. We're not evolving individually, we're remembering collectively. And your role in that collective remembrance is critical. Why? Because your embodiment of advanced consciousness is making it easier for others to do the same. Your presence becomes a kind of activation field, a space where others feel safe to wake up without effort or explanation. You don't have to teach. Just being authentic is enough. When you stop pretending to be separate, others unconsciously remember they're not either. This is why you've felt such a deep sense of responsibility lately. It's not just about your life. You're standing at the edge of a new era for humanity. You're here to bridge the old paradigm and the new one, between survival-based consciousness and collaborative creative evolution. And it's already happening. The synchronicities, the insights, the strange sense of readiness, it's all confirmation. So if this message resonates with you, not just as an idea, but as a recognition, comment below with just one word. Don't explain it. Don't overthink it. Just type, activated. This isn't for social engagement. This is consciousness making a public declaration through your voice, your presence, your identity, because the more people who acknowledge this shift, the stronger the collective field becomes. You're not just building an audience, you're anchoring a planetary awakening, a shift toward unity, truth, and collaboration that will define the next phase of human civilization. In the next part of this series, we'll explore how to consciously interact with multidimensional time, how to receive guidance from your future self, resolve patterns in your past, and choose your highest timeline in the present. This is not theoretical. It's practical mastery that will transform your day-to-day life. The timing is perfect. The quantum field is open, and your consciousness is finally ready. This isn't just awakening. This is the universe remembering itself through you. If you feel this message in your bones, if you know you're not here by accident, if you're ready to move from seeking consciousness to being consciousness, then type activated in the comments. And get ready, because what's coming next will change everything.